money, get some money, get some money, get some money, money, get some 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 money. Money, get some money, get some money. Go get some money, money.
We are the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
From the 27, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Jackson. Gets around him. A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Both both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Jackson to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. But no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick-6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns Browns will take over possession here up at the 44. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
After the interception, here's Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And trouble trying the middle here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. The Browns are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Amari Cooper halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken success. The Charger drive about to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 31, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. That was one that I kind of saw it coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
First play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Herbert now. He finds his target, Allen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's Ekeler again, and he is going to lose yardage here. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
One of the league's best and most consistent wide receivers in his 10th season in the league. Keenan Allen is just automatic at this point. Nice catch from him there for a 1st down. 100 catches, 1,100 yards, at least 6 touchdowns a season. Wash, rinse, repeat. But let's not take him for granted. He's a terrific player.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake to Ekeler, it's Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the 1st half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Eckler, they run left side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Extra point by McCann, up and good, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, here's Watson. Buying time to his left. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On first down, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Watson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. From the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
The last run got 3. Now play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter, a 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 1 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On first down, it's Watson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Watson on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Khalil Mack. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Let's go now.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 67 yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Once more, here's Eckler. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
McCann's kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They begin this drive with Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball. They leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Pass over the middle tipped, but he still brings it in. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Come on now. Over the middle, zone coverage where all the eyes are back to the quarterback so they see the ball thrown. How do they get that completed?
Well, they got the hand on it. They tipped it. Just a lucky play for the offense, right?
It was, and for the defense, almost demoralizing. That's one that they should have because they see that play developing all the way through.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line, and linebacker second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Browns have tied the ball game with a chance to go ahead now in the final seconds of the third quarter. Extra point forthcoming. And that one puts them on top here in the third. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play action. It's Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point attempt to follow here. Season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Charger drive about to get going. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Herbert. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert. That's caught by Jackson. And he's brought down. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And again, it's Chubb. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Short gain, last two plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Chubb running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 16. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick lines up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
Herbert going to throw. Finding Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score win.
So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down. They go with the ground game, pick up the 1st, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. First throw in OT for Watson. Oh, and it's intercepted. The 20. So not only the interception, but now they've got it 1st and goal after the pick. And, I mean, heck, Charles, they could go ahead and trot out the kicking team here and win it.
They absolutely could, but what I would do is hand it off inside a couple of times and make sure my running back has both hands over the football, body covering it, and I kick it on 3rd down. That way, if something goes awry with the snap, we still have 4th down to try it again and win the ball game.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Eckler now between the tackles, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, no surprise there that he got the ball. When you've got 2 touchdowns already, you're probably demanding it in your own huddle. And you can bet this defense, though, is going to be keyed in on him at this point, and they did a nice job stopping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, but now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And Eckler will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st down. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the defense as they'll burn their final one here and let that kicker stay out and think about it a bit more. So on is their kicker, and it's down to this. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they've come in.